the right way. Okay, so for us being Great Dane owners here, we know that every knickknack in your house should be at least 5 feet. If you don't have any knickknacks above that area, you're liable to get them knocked over by a Great Dane. We also know that when you hear running water, you need to yell outside. It's probably them. They are known as the gentle giant as well as the boar's hound, and they originated in Germany in the early 1400s. When they originated in Germany, they were bred between an Irish wolfhound and a German mastiff. They were bred to hunt the German boars that were the most savage of all of the big game in Europe at the time. This is also where the ear cropping came into play. The dogs would hunt the boars and the tusks would actually tear their ears in half. So they would have to get them cropped just like this dog, very short, very pointy. They're not like the Great Dane ears now that are long and pointy. The breed is a working class dog. They were bred to be very courageous, very powerful, very tall, fast, and they were used a lot for protection in homes as well. They can only live to be between 8 and 10 years old. If they are kept very good health, then they could possibly live to be 11 or 12, but it's rare. Male Great Danes can be anywhere between 30 and 34 inches in height and weigh anywhere between 130 and 200 pounds. A female Great Dane can be as tall anywhere between 28 to 32 inches and weigh anywhere between 100 and 140 pounds. They actually have the largest Great Dane in the world. His name is Zeus, and he is from Otsego, Michigan. He weighs about 150 pounds and stands about 44 inches tall. On his hind legs, he is about 7 feet 4 inches tall.
Here he is.
And this is my Great Dane. The Great Dane colors are brindle, fawn, blue, black, harlequin, and mantle. The brindle Great Dane is gold or yellow with a black chevron color, and the fawn is actually all yellow or gold with an all black base. The blue Great Danes are more of just a pure steel blue or a darker gray. They also are one of the only Great Dane breeds that have blue eyes. The black Great Dane also is just solid black. Usually for the AKC show dogs, there is no white on them. It's all black and they're extremely shiny. Next is the mantle. The mantle is an all white color with basically a black cover over their shoulders. They also have been seen to have an all black skull as well, but for an AKC certified dog, that's the exact color that they look for. Next is Harlequin, and they also have been mistaken for Dalmatians as well. So they're all white with black spots. These dogs do have a lot of illnesses, unfortunately. The first is the gastric torsion, which is basically bloating of the stomach. They also have excessive salivation, and this is when it basically cuts off the blood supply to all of the major organs in the body. Treatment options for that are basically to elevate the food bowl so that way they're not intaking too much air or gulping in their food or water. And another would be to basically just encourage them to relax after eating so that way their stomachs don't get upset. It's just like a human. We have to wait like 30 minutes before we go swimming after we eat as well. Next is hip dysplasia, and this is basically a deformity in the dog's hip that can cause them just serious pain. It's not deadly, but it can cause lameness in the rear, which is basically causing them to drag their feet. It can also cause them to run abnormally and have just a lack of activity and no wanting to play. Treatment options, they can do x-rays. However, the x-rays will not actually show hip dysplasia until the puppies are about 1 to 2 years old. You can also do supplements as well if they do catch it in time. The last is wobbler syndrome, and this is basically just caused by pressure in the upper neck of the spinal cord. And it does cause serious neck pain, coordination problems, and over time it can actually completely incapacitate the dog where they wouldn't be able to move at all. Treatment options for them are medications and some anti-inflammatories. However, the treatment options for this disease is still in review. So to conclude my presentation, Great Danes have been raised to be courageous and powerful hunters. They were originally bred to hunt. However, nowadays they are the most tame of all dogs and are great with small children and babies. Great Danes have their own personalities and many different colors to choose from. So whether you want to choose one of the 6 AKC certified colors or any of the mixes, each dog is unique. They are of the working class breed, and they do have problems, unfortunately, hip dysplasia, wobble syndrome, and the gastric GTV. Other than that, love is just being owned by a Great Dane. And that's the end.